Alrighty, so Kyrie Irving was drafted number 1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2011. Today we'll be reversing Kyrie's career, meaning that the team he started with will be his last and his most recent team will be his first. To avoid any confusion, because I do have NBA 2K24 on PC, the custom made rosters suck and I will make them myself for the first 2 years. But because I have NBA 2K14 all the way up to NBA 2K24, we will be hopping on those games and simulating 2K by 2K to get the exact rosters. Now this video was fully inspired by Danny 2K. His video popped up on my recommendation. I really liked it, so big shout out to him. Go check out his channel for sure. So it's a little tricky with Kyrie Irving because he did get traded mid-season from Brooklyn to Dallas, but I'm just going to keep it simple and not complicate things. The season he ended his team with is the season we're going to put him on. So he has played officially 2 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks. He's played 2 with Boston, 4 with Brooklyn, and 6 with Cleveland. And starting it off, his rookie season will be with the Dallas Mavericks. His team is pretty good. Now, keep in mind, I did make this roster myself, so it's not exactly all 15 of the exact players, but there's 12 players and nobody runs a 13+ man rotation. So to start it off, we have Jason Kidd at the point guard, Vince Carter at the shooting guard, Caron Butler at the small forward, Dirk and Tyson Chandler at the power forward and center position. We have Jason Terry at the backup shooting guard, Sean Marion small forward, Lamar Odom at the 8th man, and Kyrie with the 9th man getting 15 minutes. So the way I think I'm going to do this, I'm going to simulate halfway through the season on every 2K, kind of like stop, gather some information, see how Kyrie Irving's performing, how his team is performing, and then we'll just go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, simulate the playoffs, and see if he wins any championships. Now, as we know, Kyrie Irving right now has 1 championship with Cleveland Cavaliers with that 3-1 amazing comeback, arguably one of the best playoff series ever in the finals. At the trade deadline, the Dallas Mavericks are 46-10, which is really good. They currently stand number 1 out west, with the Spurs and the Lakers being the 2-3 seed. Team stats, their offense is currently number 1 in the league, with their defense not being too good. With they're kind of middle of the pack defensively. Player stats, we have Dirk leading the Mavericks and scoring with 27 points, 12 rebounds, and some very good efficiencies, shooting 52 from the field, 46 about from the 3-point line, and 88 from the free throw, followed by Vince Carter with a nice 20 points, Caron Butler, Jason Terry, and Kyrie Irving, and also Sean Marion, almost Jason Kidd, about in the double digits, which is really good. And out east, the Miami Heat 48-7, so we might have a Heat and Dallas Mavericks finals with LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh again. The Dallas Mavericks finished 68-18. LeBron is your MVP, DeMarcus Cousins Rookie of the Year, Evan Brooks 6th man, LeBron DPOY, LeBron MIP, and Eric Spoelstra Coach of the Year with a 71-11 record. All-NBA first, we have Derrick Rose, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Dwight Howard. All-NBA second, DeMarcus Cousins, Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, Jared Wallace, Chris Paul. All-NBA third, Gable Arenas, Westbrook, Josh Smith, Carmelo Anthony, and Brook Lopez. All-Defensive first, we have Dwayne Wade, Rondo, LeBron, Ron Artest, Dwight Howard. All-NBA second, Ben Wallace, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Jared Wallace, and Chris Paul. I skipped over the all-rookie teams because I did download this roster, so the rookies are a little skewed on who's a rookie and who's not. So in this year, the Miami Heat and the OKC Thunder met in the finals, where the Miami Heat ultimately pulled through. So hopefully that could change, where Dallas makes it to the finals and wins their first championship, getting Kyrie Irving his first championship in his rookie year. In the first round, the Mavericks are versus the Timberwolves, and they advance in 5 versus the OKC Thunder, who they lost to in the first round of this year. And it looks like they're going to advance in 5 versus the Lakers, who we don't know if they're going to advance yet. They advance in 7 versus the Miami Heat. We'll go ahead and simulate this round. And the Miami Heat ultimately win again, winning in 5. LeBron James gets the championship. Kyrie Irving second and last year on the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki is still good at 87 overall. Kyrie Irving climbs up to an 86. They now have OG Mayo, who's an 85. Darren Collison, 81. So it looks like Kyrie Irving will be starting right now. The starting lineup consists of Kyrie Irving, OJ Mayo, Sean Marion, Dirk Nowitzki, and Chris Kaman. And then off the bench, Derek Collison, Vince Carter, Elton Brand, and Jay Crowder, who I believe is in his rookie season. I don't think this team is better than the one last year. I think the 2011 and 2012 is way better, but I still do think they'll be a playoff team. Like 100% about it, they'll be a playoff team. All right, so the Dallas Mavericks are 31-25, so definitely not as good as last season, but they are currently sitting at the 6th seed, which is good. It's for sure good. They could fall out still if they go on like maybe a 5-game losing streak, but right now they are solidified as a top 6 seed, which is good. Their offense is number 6. So again, the issue right now with this team is their defense, which seems to be a little worse than last time. I think about 7 spots down. They're almost bottom 10 in defense. Player stats, Kyrie Irving is now leading the team in scoring. He's now an 88. So the progression that Kyrie Irving has had this last 2 years is insane. He's averaging 24 points, 6 assists, a steal and a half. He's shooting 53 from the field. He's shooting 45, about 46 from the 3-point line, and 92 almost from the free throw. And then also carrying the offensive load, we have Vince Carter off the bench, presumably. and Dirk Nowitzki averaging 18, almost 19 points a game. So the Dallas Mavericks finished 49-33, which I'm pretty sure like 99% will guarantee them a playoff spot. But we have Westbrook winning MVP, averaging 35 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists, about 2 steals, and insane efficiency, shooting 48% from the three-point line. That is insane for Westbrook. Rookie of the year goes to Tyreek Evans, Jason Richardson 6-man, LeBron James DPOY, Lillard MIP, and Mark Dano Coach of the Year. The coaches have not been updated, so just go ahead and ignore that. All-NBA first, we have the MVP Westbrook, Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Dwight Howard. All-NBA second, we have AD, Kevin Durant, Gordon Hayward, Tyreek Evans, and James Harden. All-NBA third, CP3, John Wall, Tim Duncan, Carmelo Anthony, and Marc Gasol. All-defensive first, John Wall, CP3, LeBron, Andre Karlinko, Larry Sanders. All-defensive second, Dwight Howard, Kevin Garnett, Metta World Peace, Drew Holiday, and Dwayne Wade. The Dallas Mavericks finished as a 7 seed. Now, because it is NBA 2K24, there is the play-in. Hopefully, they do advance. Okay, so we're the 7 seed versus the Spurs. I don't think the Dallas Mavericks are going to advance to the second round. I could be wrong. They advance in the second round versus the Clippers now, who have Blake Griffin. And they do advance. They're in the Western Conference Finals, just the LA Lakers, again for the second time in a row. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the year where the Spurs and the Heat went at it, and the Miami Heat won, right? Because that Ray Allen shot. But we do not make it to the finals. Instead, we have Dwight Howard on the Lakers versus Paul George and the Pacers. And Dwight Howard gets the championship with Kobe Bryant. So Kyrie Irving is now in Brooklyn. This is where he will play 3 seasons in Brooklyn. I'm doing this because I want to avoid complications of not having to trade Kyrie Irving mid-season as he did in real life from Brooklyn to Dallas. So to just keep it simple, this year, 2 more years Brooklyn, then he starts his Boston days, and then he finishes off in the Cleveland days. You may be wondering, how the heck did I get Kyrie Irving on the Brooklyn Nets? To put it simply, I had an apple hitting head moment, channeling my inner Einstein, and thought about controlling the Cavs and purposely losing a trade by sending Kyrie to the Nets since there's no trade override. So I welcome you to the new Brooklyn Nets, where we have Kyrie Irving as our best player as an 89 overall. We have Darren Williams, who will be our backup point guard at an 88, which is crazy. We have Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Joe Johnson, Brook Lopez, Andre Karlinko. The team's good. The team's good. I do see them being in the playoffs. Do I see them winning championship? Absolutely not. So we actually did face the Brooklyn Nets in our first game, where Kyrie Irving dropped 14 points and 4 steals, which is good. So because we are not controlling the Brooklyn Nets, I'm just going to simulate through the entire season and kind of just like hover over the Brooklyn Nets as we progress through the season. And also because NBA 2K14 only has my GM mode, so I have to go through all these meetings and whatnot. So I'll see you when it's halftime. So at the trade deadline, Kyrie Irving is averaging about 0.3 shy of 20 points. He's averaging 4 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 1.3 steals. He's having a very good season. He's shooting 42% from the 3-point line, 47% from the field, and 90.5 from the free throw. The Brooklyn Nets are currently sitting at the 4th seed out east, and damn, the West is kind of stacked. So the Brooklyn Nets have a chance to maybe get out of the first round. I don't see them progressing much other than that. As of offensively, the Brooklyn Nets are number 6. So again, the issue is always going to be the defense, because Kyrie Irving is a godly offensive player. Whereas defensively, you know what? They're almost top 10. So it's not that much of an issue. If their offense is 6 and their defense is almost top 10, that's pretty good. So at the end of the season, we have LeBron James winning MVP, Trey Burke Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Lin 6-man, Andre Drummond DPOY, MIP goes to Eric Bledsoe, and Coach of the Year Tom Thibodeau with a 57-25 record. All-NBA first, Westbrook, John Wall, LeBron, Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins. All-NBA second, Dwight Howard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Josh Smith, James Harden, Derrick Rose. All-NBA third, Rondo, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Love, Tim Duncan, and Al Jefferson. All defensive first, Andre Drummond, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Paul George, and Westbrook. I don't know why I inversed these two. All defensive second, we have Bledsoe, John Wall, Derek Favors, Kevin Durant, and Larry Sanders. All rookie first, Trey Burke, Lawrence Noel, Cody Zeller, Victor Oladipo, Anthony Bennett. All rookie second, we have Nate Walters, Archie Goodwin, Dennis Schroeder, Michael Carter Williams, and Otto Porter. So the Brooklyn Nets are the 4th seed versus the Wizards. Go ahead and simulate. I can't simulate round per round, can I? I just have to simulate the playoffs by pressing square. So you know what? Screw it. And we kind of just wait. We're up 3-1. And we make it to the second round. We're facing the Miami Heat, most likely to get swept. No, we would take a game. We lose in 5. And chances are Miami and OKC are going to be the finals. Never mind. And the Thunder win the championship. Okay, congratulations. Kyrie Irving's second year in Brooklyn, and it's not looking too good. He goes down a little bit in overall, and the team is not looking good at all. It's looking like a poverty franchise once again. Darren Williams is their second best player at an 85 overall. Brook Lopez 83, Joe Johnson 82, and then it just declines from there. Everyone is just high 70 or just lower than that. The rotation for the Brooklyn Nets consists of Kyrie Irving, Joe Johnson, Bojan Bogdanovic, Kevin Garnett, and Brook Lopez. Not good. The bench is kind of bad too. Outside of Mason Plumlee and Darren Williams, they just have Jared Jack, Andre Kirilenko, and Allen Anderson. So to be honest, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at all. One thing I do like about 2K15 is that the simulation is just really, really fast. So I could literally simulate to the end of the season in about a split second. So honestly, at the trade deadline, the team is much better than I was expecting. They are the 4th seed with a 31-22 record. So Kyrie Irving must be doing Kyrie Irving stuff. Player stats, he's averaging 18 points. So maybe it's not Kyrie. Maybe the team's better than what I was expecting. 18 points, 7 assists, a steal and a half. The team's playing good. Obviously, the 31-22. I was expecting them to be the opposite, damn near 22-31, but they seem to have proved me wrong by a lot. Offensively, they're number 11, and defensively, they are 15. So they're about top 15 in both, I would say. That's safe to say. And I would also safe to say that they're going to secure a playoff spot if they're 4th seed right now, which they absolutely did. They're 45-37. I don't know what seeding that is, but that is absolutely a playoff team out east. Kevin Durant wins MVP, Jabari Parker Rookie of the Year, Eric Bledsoe 6-man, Anthony Davis DPOY, Damian Lillard MIP, and Tom Thibodeau Coach of the Year with a 16-22 record. All-NBA first, we have Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Al Jefferson. All-NBA second, Chris Bosh, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard. All-NBA third, Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. All-defensive first, Jimmy Butler, Tony Allen, Anthony Davis, LeBron, Larry Sanders. All-defensive second, DeAndre Jordan, Paul George, Tim Duncan, Rondo, CP3. And all-rookie first, we have Jabari Parker, Joel Embiid, Dante Exum, Nerlens Noel, Wiggins. All-rookie second, Aaron Gordon, Nick Stauskas, Marcus Smart, Boyle Bogdanovic, and Alfred Payton. So the Brooklyn Nets are the 6th seed versus the Miami Heat in the first round, who did not have LeBron James anymore because he has returned to Cleveland. Kyrie Irving finished the season with 17.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, about 7 assists, a steal and a half. I don't think we're going to get out of the first round. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, we lost in 5, which is cool. Completely fine. The Bulls and the Thunder are in the finals, and OKC wins back-to-back technically because they won last 2K2. And Kyrie Irving's last year in Brooklyn, he's officially 23 years old now with an 87 overall rating. The team surrounding him is not too good. Brook Lopez is the 2nd best player on the team with an 83 overall, and then it just declines from there. So if anything, this team right here will definitely not make the playoffs at all. Their starting lineup consists of Kyrie Irving, Wayne Ellington, oh my god, Joe Johnson, Thad Young, Brook Lopez, and then off the bench, it's just a mess, honestly. So we'll go ahead and do what we usually do, sim halfway to the season, see how the team does from there, and then just sim to the end season. For some reason, they're not as bad as I was thinking. They're 21-33, which honestly isn't the worst. Never mind, they're pretty much the worst team in the league, right? They're pretty damn close to the worst team in the league. Kyrie Irving is just hard carrying them right now. Player stats, Kyrie Irving is averaging 24 points, 3 rebounds, 7.7 assists, about 2 steals a game. And then Brook Lopez is their 2nd leading scorer with 17, and it just drastically deteriorates from there. So safe to say they're not making the playoffs at all this year. They finished the year 38-44, which I don't know if that's enough to make an 8th seed out east, but we have Westbrook winning MVP, Jahlil Okafor Rookie of the Year, Rajon Rondo 6-man, Anthony Davis DPOY, Lavoy Allen MIP, and Billy Donovan 62-20 Coach of the Year. I don't know if you guys like when I show all the All-NBA teams, but I do it anyways because I feel like I don't know, I would like to see it, me personally. So if I like to see it, I assume you guys would too, but let me know in the comment section below if you don't. But we have Westbrook All-NBA first, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Al Horford. All-NBA second, Marc Gasol, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron, Chris Paul, James Harden. All-NBA third, Stephen Curry, Dwayne Wade, Blake Griffin, Paul Gasol, and DeMarcus Cousins. All-defensive first, Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Serge Ibaka, DeAndre Jordan. All-defensive second, Dwight Howard, PG, Kawhi, John Wall, and Eric Bledsoe. All-rookie first, Jahlil Okafor, D'Lo, Emmanuel Mudiay, Cat, Kristaps Porzingis. All-rookie second, Frank Kaminsky, Devin Booker, Mara Hezonja, Joel Embiid, and Stanley Johnson. So the Brooklyn Nets did not make the playoffs. I want to see how short they were from making it, actually. They were 1 game shy from tying the Milwaukee Bucks. Then it would have went to a tiebreaker there, but the Cleveland Cavaliers only went 41-41 despite having LeBron and Kevin Love on the team. Kyrie Irving finished the season with 24.7 points, 3 rebounds, about 9 assists, and 2 steals. And as a team, their offense was number 12 and their defense was 3rd worst in the entire league. Go ahead and simulate the playoffs, and the Chicago Bulls win a championship. So Kyrie Irving has officially hit his Boston Celtics era, where he will play this season and next season in Boston, and then finish off his career with the Cleveland Cavaliers until NBA 2K24. His team at the moment is pretty good. He's paired up back with his former teammate and his 2nd year, Jay Crowder, on the Dallas Mavericks. And also Isaiah Thomas is now teamed up with Kyrie Irving instead of being traded for him. But the team has Al Horford, Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart, Kelly Olynyk, Tyler Zeller, Jaylen Brown, a rookie Jaylen Brown, Gerald Green, Jonas Jerebko, and so on and so forth. Starting lineup, Kyrie Irving takes over Isaiah Thomas' starting lineup, which is a crazy bench point guard to have if he could average 30 off the bench. Then we have Avery Bradley at the shooting guard, Jay Crowder at the small forward, Jonas Jerebko, who is a little weak link Frank at the power forward, Al Horford at the center. And then off the bench, Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Kelly Olynyk, Jaylen Brown, and Tyler Zeller. So this team is actually pretty good. Having Kyrie Irving added to the team definitely helps the team a lot. I do see this team maybe making a Eastern Conference Finals appearance. Maybe. But record-wise, it's not convincing me all that good right now. About 15 seconds later, and now we're at the trade deadline. The team is not good. Not looking good whatsoever. The Boston Celtics, I think this is the 8 seed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are the 8 seed, but honestly, it's like kind of a 4-way tie, so they could easily fall out. But on the bright side, if they do win maybe like 4 straight, they climb up to the 4th seed. So that's good. Player stats, Kyrie Irving is leading the Boston Celtics with a flat 22 points, 3 rebounds, 4 and 8 assists, which is like a career low right now because usually he's averaging like 6+. As a team, I don't think their defense is all that good. Offensively, they're 13th, and I would assume it's their defense that's holding them back a lot. No, you know what? They're 12 and 12, I think. 12 and 13. So I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. It all depends on literally the last few weeks because all the teams are pretty much just neck and neck on record. The Boston Celtics managed to climb up a little bit to 44 wins. Westbrook wins MVP for what I believe to be the 3rd year in a row now. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Brandon Knight, 6th man. DeAndre Jordan, DPOY. D'Lo, MIP. And Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year with a 66 and 16 record. All-NBA first, we have Westbrook, Stephen Curry, LeBron, Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins. All-NBA second, Al Horford, AD, Blake Griffin, Kyle Lowry, John Wall. All-NBA third, Lillard, Reggie Jackson, PG, Kawhi, and Marc Gasol. All-defensive first, John Wall, Jimmy Butler, LeBron, Kawhi, DeAndre Jordan. All-defensive second, Whiteside, Paul Millsap, AD, Tony Allen, Westbrook. All-rookie first, Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Chris Dunn, Buddy Hield, Darvish Saric. And all-rookie second, Jamal Murray, Dragan Bender, Karis LeVert, Timothy Luwawu, Calbarat, and Joel Embiid for the 3rd time in a row. The Boston Celtics climbed to the 2nd seed, which is huge from being 8th to 2nd seed. They finished 44 and 38, which the Cavaliers were that good without Kyrie Irving still. Team stats, offensively, the Celtics were top 10, and defensively, they were bottom 10. Almost bottom 10 defensively. I don't know if I checked it wrong last time, but yeah, their defense is not good at all. We'll go ahead and simulate the first round versus the Orlando Magic. And they, oh my god, it was like a 3-1 comeback there versus Toronto Raptors in the 2nd round. Simulate that, and they get swept. Simulate the playoffs again. We have a Golden State and Cleveland Cavalier matchup, classic. Simulate the playoffs, and Golden State wins their championship. This is without Kevin Durant too, so the Cavs are not looking too good because they won't have Kyrie, and the Warriors are gonna get Kevin Durant and Boogie eventually. So ironically enough, this is like a full circle moment where I do not have to make any trades for the first and last time in this simulation because Kyrie Irving is already a Boston Celtic. This is when he was the cover of the game, and they had to switch it from his Cleveland jersey to his Boston jersey. So his last year in Boston, he has Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Marcus Morris, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, Aaron Baines, Daniel Tice, and so on and so forth. The team is pretty good. They have a young Tatum, young Brown on the team, but they have Gordon Hayward. So Gordon Hayward and Kyrie, this is probably his best teammate he's had yet because he hasn't had LeBron. Oh no, he has Dirk. Never mind. He has had Dirk. So Dirk has been his best teammate thus far, but Gordon Hayward arguably is his 2nd best teammate. The rotation consists of Kyrie Irving, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, Daniel Tice, Al Horford. Off the bench, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, and Aaron Baines. Again, nothing much has changed because this is the only time Kyrie Irving does a full circle moment and he's on his original team where I do not have to make any moves. So at the trade deadline, the Boston Celtics are currently sitting at 36 and 19, which is the best out east, which is good. Team stats, offensively, the Boston Celtics are 6th, and defensively, they are 5th. So almost top 5 in both. They have their best chance yet of winning a championship outside of the first year with Kyrie and his rookie season with the Dallas Mavericks. Player stats, Kyrie Irving is leading them with 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and he has a good supporting cast. What can I say? Gordon Hayward's averaging 18 points, Al Horford and Marcus Smart 12.5 and 11 points. Marcus Morris and Jason Tatum 11 points and 10 points. At the end of the season, they finished with 49 wins. Stephen Curry is your MVP. Lonzo Ball, Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Lin, 6th man. Hassan Whiteside, DPOY. Jeremy Grant, MIP. And Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year with a 69 and 13 record. All-NBA first, there is Stephen Curry, Westbrook, LeBron, Giannis, DeMarcus Cousins. All-NBA second, Cat, Kevin Durant, AD, Kyle Lowry, CP3. All-NBA third, Lillard, John Wall, PG, Kawhi, and Jokic. All-defensive first, Westbrook, CP3, Anthony Davis, Draymond Green, Hassan Whiteside. All-defensive second, Andre Drummond, Giannis, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, John Wall. All-rookie first, Lonzo Ball, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Miyoto Dosic, Jaren Fox. All-rookie second, Malik Monk, Jonathan Isaac, Jason Tatum, Josh Jackson, and Dennis Smith Jr. The Boston Celtics finished first versus the Hornets, which should be one of the easiest matchups they've had yet. Team stats, they finished overall 6th offensively and defensively. Also, this is number 7, so top 10 in both. Player stats, Kyrie Irving led him scoring with about 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, and then just overall good supporting cast. In the first round versus the Hornets, they advance in 5. Second round versus the Toronto Raptors, and they lose in 6, which they could have been versus the Detroit Pistons, which probably would have been the easiest finals appearance of their life. In the finals, we have Golden State and Toronto, and ultimately Golden State wins in 4. So we've officially hit Kyrie's Cleveland era, where he will play his last 6 years in Cleveland. This team is not looking good whatsoever. I would argue, maybe outside of Kevin Love, that this team is like, it's worse than that Brooklyn year he had, his last Brooklyn year where he didn't make the playoffs, because this team is not it. So the starting lineup will consist of Kyrie Irving, Kyle Korver, Nick Young, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson, and off the bench, Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, George Hill. Eesh. Yeah, this team... Okay, this team is really bad. Really bad. Also, in Kyrie Irving's timeline of his reverse career simulation, he and LeBron never crossed paths. This is LeBron's first year as a Laker and Kyrie Irving's first year as a Cav. Anyways, the team is 29 and 25, so definitely better than what I was expecting, to be honest. They're the 5th seed right now. Do they have a chance of winning the championship? No, because Golden State does exist, so this year and next year is completely scratched off. I see no hope that they even make it out of the first round. Offensively, the team is number 6, and defensively, they're 3rd worst, which is not good. Player stats, Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving both averaging 20 plus. Kyrie Irving leading the team with 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. And then, yeah, if Nick Young is your 5th highest scorer with 10 points, you're not going to be a good team. So we'll go ahead and just simulate to the end of the season. I don't think this team will even get out of the first round. I think they're just going to get swept in the first round. But then we'll move on to the more better years in Cleveland, where they'll slowly start to get better. I do gotta say, maybe in 2K23, I do see them winning championship, but 2K24, if they don't win a championship, I consider that a flop of a year. They finished 41-41, mid as can be. MVP goes to Stephen Curry, Luka Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Evans 6-man, Giannis DPOY, Aaron Gordon MIP, Steve Kerr Coach of the Year with a 69-13 record. NBA first, Stephen Curry, Westbrook, Giannis, LeBron, DeMarcus Cousins. NBA second, Jokic, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul. NBA third, James Harden, D'Lo, Kawhi, Kristaps, and Joel Embiid. I don't think we've had Kyrie Irving make one All-NBA team, which is crazy to say. All defensive first, we have Vio, Jimmy Butler, Giannis, Kawhi, Rudy Gobert. All defensive second, Joel Embiid, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, and John Wall. All rookie first, Luka, Trae Young, Marvin Bagley the third, DeAndre Jordan, Mo Bamba. All rookie second, Kevin Knox, Colin Sexton, MPJ, JJJ, and WCJ. So the Cavs do make the playoffs actually versus technically Kyrie Irving's current team, where had this been last year, they probably won the championship. This team is disgusting. They end up with Mike Conley, so that's pretty interesting. But the team has Gordon Hayward, Tatum, Al Horford, and yeah, they're probably gonna get swept. Never mind. We win in 5. We're versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I kind of want to see now our team stats and our player stats. We finished 4th offensively and defensively 2nd to last. So it's literally just our offense going crazy right now. Kyrie Irving led us in scoring with 24.5, 3 rebounds, about 5 assists. So those are very good numbers. But versus the Bucks, I think our run ends here. Unless we have a Cinderella run. Yeah, no, we got swept. Okay. The Jazz literally upset the Golden State Warriors in 6. This is a team that consists of a full lineup of 90 overalls, which is ridiculous. Don't tell me the Jazz are going to the finals. Okay, good. We have our Raptors and Houston Rockets matchup, and Kawhi wins in 7 with the Raptors. And Kyrie Irving's 2nd year in Cleveland, the team still isn't very good. They just drafted Darius Garland, so that's something to look forward to in the next few years. But other than that, the team itself is not looking good. The starting lineup will be Kyrie, Jordan Clarkson, Jetty Osman, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. And off the bench, Larry Nance, Colin Sexton, Garland, and Jonas Jerebko. Yeah, so the team... I don't playoffs. I don't think so. You can't underestimate Kyrie Irving, but would I be wrong to say this team's like bottom 5 in the league? Okay, so you know what? 30-22 is 10 times better than what the hell I was expecting. For some reason, the Pistons are really good too. I'm pretty sure this is still the Blake Griffin era, but this team is 2 wins away from being the 1st seed. It is pretty close from like 1 to 6, but I'm surprised. I'm really surprised, to say the least. Kyrie Irving's averaging 27.5, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Kevin Love is still prime Kevin Love, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds, 2 assists. Wow, okay. I kind of want to look at award races now, since he's averaging crazy numbers. Okay, no, he's not up here, because 27.5 is ridiculous numbers, but I guess he just lacks the overall record, rebounds, and assists to be able to be top 5. The team offensively is number 19th offensively. So is their defense just popping off right now? Their defense is 8th. They have a really good defense right now. So, okay. How do they have a good defense? Honestly, I couldn't tell you guys how they have a good defense. I guess maybe just Tristan Thompson? No? Larry Nance? I guess it's just Larry Nance, but Okay. Surprise, surprise. The Cavs finished 47-35. Giannis is your MVP. Zion, Rookie of the Year. D'Lo, 6-man. Kawhi, DPOY. Marvin Bagley, MIP. And Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr with a 16-22 record. All-NBA first, Stephen Curry, Ben Simmons, Giannis, LeBron, Yoke. All-NBA second, Kat, Luka, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Westbrook. All-NBA third, Lillard, CP3, Zion, Kawhi, and Anthony Davis. All-defensive first, VO, Eric Bledsoe, Kawhi, Giannis, Rudy Gobert. All-defensive second, AD, PG, Draymond Green, Joe Holiday, and CP3. All-rookie first, Zion, Ja, RJ, DeAndre Hunter, Jared Culver. All-rookie second, Matisse Thybulle, Cam Reddish, Darius Garland, Rui Hachimura, and Kobe White. The Cavs finished third. They're versus the Indiana Pacers. I don't know how the Pacers are a worse team than us because that team is pretty nice. Offensively, the team finished number 13, so they climbed up a few spots. And defensively, the team finished... They went down. Okay, this is what I was expecting to be at. They're like the 13th, 12th best defense in the league. Kyrie Irving averaged almost 29 points. He averaged 28.8, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a half. Really good numbers. And honestly, the supporting cast was playing pretty good too. Darius Garland, had he progressed a little better, he could have been in double digits too, but honestly, the team is really good. When I mean really good, I mean like really good to what I was expecting the team to perform. I don't think this team could get out of the first round. Okay, they went in 7 versus the Bucks, the 7-seed Bucks, might I add. And they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's 2 Game 7s they won. They're versus the Boston Celtics. Simulate the round and they're in the finals. Oh my god. The Cavs, this team I thought was going to be bottom 5 worst team, but the versus the Cavs in the finals, simulate the round, and they lose in 6. What a series. What a Cinderella run. I would say that's a Cinderella run. Kyrie's 3rd year in Cleveland, the team's looking much better. There's basically 580 overalls. It could be a whole starting lineup right here. There's also Larry Nance, Jetty Osman, Kevin Porter Jr. Darius Garland, who's still a 74 overall. Honestly, his numbers were pretty good to be a 74 overall, so I'm not sure what that's about. Jordan Bell, Dante Exum, and so on and so forth. The starting lineup will be, honestly, it's almost a whole starting lineup of just 80 overalls. The bench is pretty good too. But there's Kyrie, Colin Sexton, Jetty Osman, Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, and off the bench, Tristan Thompson, Larry Nance Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., and Jordan Bell. Darius Garland getting no minutes. So I'm not gonna, normally I wouldn't interfere, but we gotta get Darius Garland some minutes. And then also I think Larry Nance as a small forward would be better for the team, right? Something like that. Yeah, this is better. So we'll go ahead and do that one move because it wouldn't make sense to have Larry Nance off the bench when you kind of need a small forward, and especially having Jetty Osman start. I don't know. I think off the bench is better for him. The Cavs are sitting at a 32-20 record at the trade deadline, and they are currently the 3rd seed out east, but it looks pretty jam-packed where any team could just jump up or jump down at any given moment. Player stats, Kyrie Irving is leading them in scoring with 27.2, 3.7 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.3 steals. Followed by Colin Sexton with 17 points, Andre Drummond with 15 and 12.5, which is really good. Kevin Love with 13 and almost a double-double too. And Tristan Thompson almost a double-double too. So this at least tell me that their defense is going to be probably one of the best defenses Kyrie has had yet in this entire simulation. Kevin Porter 9 points and so on and so forth. I actually want to see right now. Offensively, the team was 9th, and defensively, yeah, the defense was there. Number 4th defensively, honestly pretty close to just being number 1 at this point. So I would not be surprised if they end up top 3, top 2, or even first in defense. At the end of the season, the Cavs finished 52-30. Giannis is your MVP. Dylan Windler, Rookie of the Year, amazing numbers. Dennis Schroeder, 6-man. Giannis, DPOY. RJ Barrett, MIP. And Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer with a 59-23 record. All-NBA first, Luka, Stephen Curry, Giannis, LeBron, Joel Embiid. All-NBA second, Kat, AD, Kawhi, Lillard, James Harden. All-NBA third, D'Lo, Trae Young, Kevin Durant, Tatum, Yoke. All-defensive first, Rudy Gobert, Kawhi, Giannis, Ben Simmons, PG. All defensive second, CP3, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis, Jonathan Isaac, Andre Drummond. All rookie first and all rookie second. We'll kind of just skip because yeah. So the Cavs finished the 4th seed versus the Toronto Raptors in the first round. Team stats, offensively the team was 5th, and defensively the team was 6th. So almost top 5 in both. This is pretty good. Kyrie Irving led the team with a flat 28, about 4 rebounds and 7 assists, and then Colin Sexton with 18 points. A lot of double potentials here with Andre Drummond, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson, so that's good. This team could go pretty far. I would be disappointed if they lost in the first round. And they advanced in 6 versus the Miami Heat in the second round. Sorry, they upset the Bucks in the first round, which is, you could say that's pretty realistic. Now simulate this round 2, and we lose in 5. Go ahead and simulate the playoffs, and we have a Game 7 where LA pulls through. Congratulations. Kyrie's 4th season in Cleveland. He is a 91 overall. The team around him is a little better. The core is starting to build now with Garland, Jared Allen being around. But honestly, after Larry Nance, the team just, yeah, okay. So the team's not the greatest. I forget they had Isaiah Hartenstein on the team. I forget this. Isaiah Hartenstein literally played for 4 teams before before signing with OKC, so that's nuts. It really goes to show that literally just as long as you put your time and effort into it, anything's possible. Anyways, Kyrie Irving's at the 1, Colin Sexton at the 2, Isaac Okoro at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, and Jared Allen at the 5. Off the bench, there is Darius Garland, Larry Nance, Taurean Prince, and Isaiah Hardenstein. This team, last time I said the team was not good, they messed around and went to the finals and lost in 6. So, I'm just gonna say this team's gonna be really good, just because why not? So at the trade deadline, I see a lot of dubs, I see a lot of L's. I don't know how the team is because it doesn't say the record. Oh my god, they are the 3rd best team out east right now. As I was simulating, because it takes so long to simulate from literally the start to just the trade deadline, I was able to take a look at most of the scores. Look at this one here, 69 points in 2023. Sorry, no, 2022. In 2022, 69 points. You mean to tell me you only had one quarter where you scored more than 20 points? As you can imagine, Kyrie was the only person to score more than 20 points. He did take 28 shots, but yeah. If this is how your team looks like versus a contender, you're not. Yeah, I'm not gonna badmouth them there, but it's not looking promising for them this season. Player stats: Kyrie's averaging 28 points, 4 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.2 steals. And as a team, I assume their offense is not the greatest. They're 11th offensively. Okay, so is what their defense? Defensively, no. They're damn near top 10 in both. So I guess I kind of just underestimate the Cleveland teams back in the days, you know? I am pretty confident in 2K24, Kyrie Irving will get his first championship because that team is just stacked. There's Donovan Mitchell. Oh my god, yeah, the team is so stacked. I can't wait to see them. So the team finished with a god knows what record. Giannis is your MVP. Dion Stith, Rookie of the Year. 6-man Dion Stith. Giannis DPOY. Isaiah Stewart, MIP. Willie Green, Coach of the Year with a 58 and 24 record. Executive of the Year, Dylan Shaw with a 58 and 24 record. And yeah, All NBA first, we have Luka Doncic, Ben Simmons, Giannis, LeBron, Jokic. All NBA second, Joel Embiid, Tatum, Sabonis, Trae Young, James Harden. All NBA third, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Davis, KD, and Kat. All defensive first, Rudy Gobert, Jonathan Isaac, Giannis, PG, Ben Simmons. All defensive second, Chris Paul, Drew Holiday, Kawhi, LeBron, and Bam Adebayo. I don't know who any of these rookies are, but there's a 90 overall. All I did was load in a My League. I did not download any rosters. I don't think you can in 2K22. I just loaded up a random roster, but there's just 5 All-Stars on the all-rookie team, I guess. I almost simulated the round. I tried to simulate the play-in, but I clicked simulate round thinking it was going to simulate the play-in. But we are the 5th seed versus the Hornets. It's a 1-1 series right now. We'll take a look at our player stats and team stats. Kyrie Irving finishes the season with 27 flat, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. And team stats, offensively, the team finished number 11, and defensively the team finished number 9. So I'd say about top 10 in both. Versus the Hornets, I don't know how they are in 2K22, but logically this should be an easy round. They advance in 6. Okay, versus the Raptors in the 8 seed Raptors in the second round. Simulate this round too. Okay, there's the 8 seed Raptors and the 6 seed Jazz in the conference finals. Simulate the round, and the Raptors and the Jazz are in the finals. Simulate the round, and the 8 seed Toronto Raptors win in 6. Congratulations. And Kyrie Irving, second to last year in Cleveland. The team's looking really good. This is arguably his best team yet outside of next year. They have an 87 overall Darius Garland, 85 overall Jared Allen, 84 overall Evan Mobley, and Kevin Love is still an 80 overall. The depth is really good too, with Lauri Markkanen, Karis LeVert, and Ricky Rubio, and Colin Sexton all being 78 overalls. So to be honest, the team is really good right now. The starting lineup will be Kyrie Irving, Isaac Okoro, Cedi Osman, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and off the bench, Darius Garland, Kevin Love, Lauri Markkanen, Karis LeVert, Colin Sexton's not even getting any minutes, and Ricky Rubio, same thing with him. So yeah, this team is looking real good. I think they could win the championship here. The only real threat maybe like the Celtics and their conference, and then the west side maybe just the Clippers, right? Like now I'm looking at the teams. I think this is just the best team. This might be just the best team to go ahead and win the championship. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and simulate to the middle of the season and see how the team's performing from there. Trade deadline, and the Cavaliers are 31 and 24, the 8th seed right now, so they're going to be a play-in team. I'm honestly a little surprised on how this team is. I would say it's kind of underperforming with their roster right now. They have a 90 overall, 88, 86, 84, and 81. That's in a really good bench too, so I'm a little surprised right now. What seems to be the issue with this team? Is it the offense? Number 8, so it's just the defense, right? The defense is probably yeah, okay. It's age. This is what? This is The 17th best? Yeah, that's the 17th best. Okay. There doesn't seem to be one noticeable player just not performing well. Everyone is pretty much just putting in the work they should be. Jetty Osman's actually having a good year, 11.5 points. But yeah, the team's playing good. Everyone individually has good numbers. So maybe just, I don't know what the problem could be. Just the defense. I guess it's just the defense, the overall problem, because everyone's putting up good numbers offensively. And as we all know, defense pretty much wins you games in the playoffs. So hopefully they could figure that out at the second half of the season. So at the end of the season, Luka wins your MVP, Paul Bencaro Rookie of the Year, Darius Garland 6th Man, Giannis DPOY, Highland MIP, Willie Green 61-21 Record Coach of the Year, and Jacob Park Executive of the Year 56-26. All NBA teams, we have Luka, James Harden, Giannis, Jason Tatum, Jokic. All NBA second, Embiid, Kevin Durant, LeBron, John, Trae Young. All NBA third, Ben Simmons, LaMelo Ball, PG, Julius Randle, and Bam Adebayo. All defensive first, we have Joel Embiid, Kawhi, Giannis, Luka, Ben Simmons. All defensive second, DeJounte Murray, Alonzo Ball, Evan Mobley, Draymond Green, and Anthony Davis. There's no all rookie team, so we'll skip through that. The Cavaliers jumped up to number 5 seed, so that's really good. Kyrie Irving had a really good season, 23 points, 6.5 assists, 3 rebounds, and he shot the ball well, 53 from the field, 41 from the 3-point line, and 95 from the free throw. So he had a 50-40-90 season. The team, I would assume they got better defensively if they jumped up to number 5. Their offense went, I think, down a little bit. They were 7th. I kind of forget there. And their defense, yeah, their defense went up. Their defense went up from 17 to 23, so that's about 6-7 spots that they climb up. With their defense locking in, hopefully they could get out of the first round, and they do. So now they're going to face that 8 seed Miami Heat, where hopefully we look to advance to the conference finals. No, simulate the round again. We have a Clippers and Philly matchup here, and Philly wins in 7. Congratulations. If there's one team Kyrie Irving is going to win a championship with, it's definitely this team. You could take a look at it. He already has a player that's neck and neck with him in overall. Then we have Evan Mobley, 87, Jared Allen, 86, Darius Garland, 82. And then the depth is just good. This team alone without Kyrie Irving tends to win a lot of championships just because their defense and Donovan Mitchell is just insane in the playoffs. So honestly, I'm really excited to see. They want Kyrie Irving off the bench. Oh, okay, because he's listed as a shooting guard right now, so I can make him to a point guard. So now he's starting with Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and then off the bench there's Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, Max Strus, and Sam Morril. This team is really good. Like I said again, without Kyrie Irving, this team still pops off, wins multiple championships, just because Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell are just glitches in this game. I'm expecting a 60-win season, legit, a 60-win season. If they don't do that, I'm a little disappointed. The only threat this team really has is OKC Thunder, but we just beat them 109-102. And then maybe just what? To be honest, I don't even know what team's a threat out east. The only team that I can think of is the Cavaliers, but we're controlling them right now. So as long as the Mavs with Luka do not make it far, but they don't have Kyrie Irving, so there you go. And then OKC Thunder. Other than that, this team is pretty much a lock to win the championship. So the team's on pace to win 40 wins before 20 losses, which is what Phil Jackson said to be a championship contender team. Team stats, offensively the team is number 1, and defensively the team is okay. A little surprising there. The defense isn't all that good. Wow, I'm actually a little shocked there because Evan Mobley is just DPOY candidate every single season. But the offense seems to be really going crazy right now. I just refreshed the roster or the starting lineup. They want Max Strus starting now with Isaac Okoro off the bench. Okay. Player stats, Donovan Mitchell, as you guys can see, he's averaging damn near 30 points with Kyrie Irving added to the team. So yeah, this team is gonna go far. Hopefully, I'm not just saying all this, praising this team just for them not to win the championship or lose in the first round. But Kyrie Irving is averaging 21.5, about 4 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 50 from the field goal, 43 from the 3-point line, and 90. So right now he's having a 50-40-90 season, which is good. Hopefully the team's defense, again, like last season, could kind of just find its rhythm. And if they don't find their rhythm, I'm a little scared that they might not make it to the finals. So they kind of had a stinker second half, only finishing 53-29 despite such a good start. And Luka wins MVP without Kyrie Irving, averaging insane numbers: 45 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 10.5 assists. That's 45 points is insane, like average. That's just disgusting. Rookie of the Year goes to Wembanyama, Darius Garland 6 Man, Giannis DPOY, Trey Mann MIP, and Mike Malone 55-27 wins Coach of the Year. All-NBA first, Luka, Trae Young, Giannis, LeBron, Jokic. All-NBA second, Embiid, Brown, Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Shea. All-NBA third, Tyrese Halliburton, John Morant, Evan Mobley, PG, and Domantas Sabonis. All defensive first, Wembanyama, Kawhi, Giannis, Alex Caruso, and Shea. All defensive second, Alonzo, Herb Jones, Jimmy Butler, OG, and Chet. All-Rookie first, we have Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, Asar, and Amen Thompson, Trayson Jackson Davis. All-Rookie second, Brandon Miller, Keontae George, Scoot, Derek Lively, and Taylor Hendricks. So the team finished Number 2 out east. Okay, despite the record, they were still number 2 out east. Offensively, they were number 1. Defensively, did they climb up a little bit? Does not seem to be the case. They are bottom 10 defensively, actually, which is really bad. Player stats. Kyrie Irving finished with 21 points, about 4 rebounds, 4.5 assists. And did he finish with a 50-40-90? No. 0.7 shy away from a 50-40-90 club. So the versus either Detroit, Chicago, Indiana, or Miami. And the versus the Miami Heat, once again, simulate the round. And that was a very close series. Advanced in 7 to the second round to the Boston Celtics, advanced in 6. And the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Milwaukee Bucks, simulate this round. It is a 3-2 series, simulate the round once again, and they lose in 6. Where there is an OKC and Milwaukee final, simulate that, and the OKC Thunder won in 6. Anyways, guys, this was me reversing Kyrie Irving's entire career, where he starts in Dallas and ends in Cleveland, literally just reversing the teams he started and ended with. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to your great grandmothers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces Maluses.